Do you ever feel like your relationship could use more understanding and stability? If so, you're not alone. Your relationships can be challenging, but what if there was a way to make them smooth? Today, we're plunging into how apathetic standards like restraint, flexibility, and close-to-home equilibrium can change your relationship and assist you with turning into the ideal accomplice she's constantly cared about. Whether you're beginning new or hoping to reinforce a drawn-out bond, these tips are for you. Stay close by to figure out how emotionlessness can bring more compassion, dependability, and understanding into your adoration life. Let's start. Rule 1. Practice sympathy and understanding. In relationships, normal battles frequently come from errors and an absence of sympathy. Many couples end up trapped in patterns of miscommunication where neither feels genuinely appreciated or comprehended. This battle highlights the requirement for an alternate point of view, one that focuses on profound tuning in and veritable sympathy. To rehearse compassion, it's fundamental to offer your accomplice your full consideration when they talk, saving interruptions and zeroing in altogether on them. Reflecting back what you've heard in the most natural-sounding way for you can explain any misconceptions and exhibit your commitment. Nonverbal signals, for example, eye-to-eye connection and gesturing further show you are listening mindfully, moving toward your accomplice's considerations and sentiments with interest instead of judgment and approving their feelings. In any event, when you don't completely understand, can foster a deeper connection. Rule 2. Build emotional resilience. Diving into unemotional standards like poise, strength, and close-to-home equilibrium uncovers their significant effect on connections. Emotionlessness instructs that keeping up with profound dependability is vital for an amicable organization. By and by, this implies keeping even-headed and made during unpleasant minutes, utilizing strategies like profound breathing to stay focused prior to answering in warm circumstances. Pause for a minute to ponder your feelings, guaranteeing your response is smart instead of hasty. Consistently checking in with your own sentiments helps you comprehend and deal with your feelings better. Answer nicely by thinking about the drawn-out effect of your words and activities, and use I articulations to convey without allotting fault. Offering predictable help, showing up dependably, and being a quieting presence in the midst of contention are ways of exemplifying unemotional close-to-home strength in your relationship. Rule 3. Communicating honestly and openly. Genuineness and receptiveness are the bedrocks of confidence in any relationship. Be straightforward about your viewpoints and sentiments. This genuineness fabricates trust and forestalls false impressions. And try not to maintain mysteries, as they can disintegrate trust over the long haul. While giving input, be explicit about the thing conduct you're tending to and why it's significant, and center around arrangements instead of harping on what's up, and utilize uplifting feedback to spur and support positive way of behaving. Put away standard times to examine your relationship. These registrations could be week by week or month to month, contingent upon what works for you. Utilize these times to discuss both present moment and long-haul objectives for your relationship and how you can uphold each other in accomplishing them. Address little issues expeditiously to keep them from rotting into more concerning issues. Rule 4. Encourage growth in yourself. Supporting your accomplice's self-awareness is fundamental for a flourishing relationship. Commend their accomplishments of all shapes and sizes, and utilize positive and attesting language to urge them to seek after their objectives. Offer assistance proactively, showing that you're mindful of their requirements, and assist them with setting up frameworks or track down assets that help their objectives. For example, concentrate on plans, gym routine schedules, or systems administration open doors. While supporting their development, regard their autonomy as significant. Urge them to go with their own choices and regard their decisions, regardless of whether they contrast from what you could pick. Offer counsel and support, yet try not to attempt to control or direct their activities. Rule 5. Respect boundaries. Respecting boundaries is fundamental to a healthy relationship. Have open discussions about each other's boundaries and what is comfortable or uncomfortable. Pay attention to your partner's verbal and non-verbal cues to understand their boundaries better. Clearly communicate your own boundaries in a respectful and assertive manner, and be consistent in enforcing them. Be willing to adjust your behavior if you realize it's crossing your partner's boundaries, and regularly revisit and discuss boundaries as your relationship evolves. Rule 6. Practice gratitude and the benefits. Appreciation and benefits fortify the connection between accomplices. Practice it all the time to offer thanks for your accomplice day to day. This could be through words, notes, or little signals. And be explicit about what you're thankful for, like saying, "Thank you for making supper, it was delightful," rather than simply a conventional, much obliged little thoughtful gestures, such as making espresso in the first part of the day or leaving a sweet note. Show your appreciation. Once in a while, give smart gifts that show you're thinking about your accomplice. Consider keeping a common appreciation diary, where you both record things you're thankful for in your relationship. Routinely ponder together certain minutes and what you appreciate about one another. Rule 7. Foster a balanced and mutual partnership. A decent and common organization requires equivalent exertion from the two accomplices. Guarantee both of you add to family errands, monetary obligations, and profound work. Make progress toward a harmony among giving and getting back. Move toward errands and difficulties collectively, separating liabilities in view of one another's assets and inclinations. Put forth common objectives and work together to accomplish them, whether they are monetary, individual, or connected with your relationship. Develop common regard by esteeming each other's viewpoints, necessities, and distinction. Support your accomplice's requirement for autonomy and individual space, and regard their choices. Applying Stoic teachings can transform you into the perfect lover she desires by fostering empathy, emotional stability, and resilience in your relationship. By incorporating these detailed rules, you create a foundation of support and mutual respect, allowing both partners to navigate challenges and grow together in a healthy, balanced, and respectful manner. Through empathy, emotional balance, open communication, support for personal growth, respect for boundaries, gratitude, and a balanced partnership, you can build a strong and nurturing relationship that thrives on the principles of Stoicism.